Tonight, fires and intense heat. Sydney swelters through its hottest November day in 33 years. Paris standoff, the moment a female terrorist detonates a suicide vest. A dramatic arrest in Holroyd after a man is stabbed in the street. The West Connects project blowing out by $6 million a day. And into the deep, rare access on board one of the Navy's submarines.
This is 9 News with Georgie Gardner.
Good evening. From Bondi to the Blue Mountains, no one has been spared from today's extreme heat. As we go to air, it's still 41 degrees at the airport. The scorching conditions sparked bushfires as well as a major power outage for residents in Sydney's southwest.
With temperatures soaring into the 40s, it was only a matter of time before a blaze took hold. In Minto, fire engulfed an electrical substation. Thousands of surrounding homes plunged into darkness. No aircon, fans or fridges in the intense heat. At Goulburn, wild westerly winds fanned fierce flames and made firefighting difficult.
A wheel has come adrift from a vehicle. That has set fire to the medium strip. The fire has then spread to both sides of the highway.
The Hume Highway closed in both directions as the blaze threatened a fuel storage facility. The sun rose this morning with a golden glow. Today was certain to be a scorcher. In Parramatta Park, exercise was done away with early, while construction workers in the west slogged it out in the mid-morning sun.
Hopefully, I get to go home early. Hopefully. Depends on the boss.
Very soon it was sweltering in every single suburb. It was Sydney's hottest November day in 33 years, peaking at 40.9 just after 3 this afternoon.
Normally the temperature is quite different across the Sydney Basin, with western suburbs being classically hot, while the east is cooled by a sea breeze.
It's just gone 2 o'clock here in 5 Dock, and officially it's about 40 degrees. But those readings are taken in the shade. My thermometer's been sitting in the sun and it is reading 46. But despite that, there are still some very fit people braving the heat. At Bondi, it was a Friday fry-up. Thousands baked under a blazing sun. At Parramatta Lake, the only way to get some relief was beneath the surface.
No, I didn't expect it to be this hot, but as long as I'm in the water, I'm all right. Just, yeah, nice and refreshed.
While at Penrith Pool, this poor penguin felt seriously out of place.
They're in their element. As you can see, they love to have a little splash around. This is his first time in the water, so good to introduce him.
And if you felt like you were on a rotisserie today, then spare a thought for the boys at El Jana in Punchbowl. They were hovering over super hot coals. I feel like I'm roasting. How hot are you?
It's probably 40 degrees outside, but in here is about 60 or 65. It's really so hot.
Welders were also feeling white hot. This is really the only way to keep cool on a day like this, especially when you're a kid.
Natalia Cooper joins us now from Rural Fire Service headquarters. Natalia, are there any areas that firefighters are particularly concerned about?
Yeah, Georgie, it is going to be a bit of a tense night for firefighters. There is some concern that that southerly change could cause that Goulburn blaze to flare up, and also a fire which is burning in dense bushland about 50 kilometres from Lithgow. No lives or homes have been under threat at this stage, so fire authorities are reasonably happy with how today has unfolded. It has been pretty unbearable out there though, so thankfully this heat is not sticking around. Georgie?
All right, Natalia, thank you. Let's go now to Kate Creedon, who's at Penrith Pool for us tonight. And Kate, that looks like the perfect place to be.
Yeah, it sure is, Georgie. Penrith is one of our hottest suburbs today, where temperatures got to 41 degrees, and I can tell you it is still very hot. Now, this heat, coupled with a strong northwesterly wind, has made for almost unbearable conditions here in the west. As a result, our paramedics responded to more than 24 calls to people suffering heat exhaustion and dehydration. But there is no doubt this is the best place to be tonight, with families packing into Penrith Pool to get some relief from the heat. Georgie?
All right, Kate, thank you. He was dubbed the mastermind of the devastating attacks in Paris, and now French authorities